Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is a reading for Taurus for the month of July, the remainder as well as the earlier portion of July. I just did general energies all around, so at least you have some chance to kind of reflect and see what's come through for you and what's ahead. So again, this is a spread that is for July and it's 2022 for Taurus. What I'm looking at right now is that I feel like you're in a place of a contemplative space for sure. I mean, we do have you sort of reflecting back, dealing with some childhood issues perhaps, or for some of you, this may look like just dealing with some, again, childhood trauma or children in general as well. But it's definitely in around the home front, your family, your spirituality. But you definitely have some communication or something a little further out here in the distance that might involve some education. But just in going back to the initial cards here. So when I first look at the child card, as I said, I mean, I do feel like you are in a place of sort of healing here with both the child card as well as that star's energy. The child being, again, representative of either children around you and healing a relationship, or again, for some of you, this is just a new beginning and really, projecting yourself forward with more of a childlike sort of innocence in that sense of, kind of letting go and just jumping in with more of a spirited sense of direction. But it also is a time for feeling a little more impatient for something to happen as well. But it is also, again, just being open to new things. So I did use the Stars card as the clarifier for the child, but it is still something in its infancy, so it's something that is yet to grow. The Stars card clarifying does indicate that this is something that you're trying to get or use insight from spiritually. You're trying to connect or get clarity and, find inspiration in something that oftentimes will reflect from our childhood dreams or from something that had meaning for us in the past or that we're sort of bringing back around. But it is definitely an artistic sort of month, and that's the feeling I got from not just the child card and the stars, but also sort of felt something about the same energy with the stork as well as that cross card, because there's energy of new learning, but also bringing in something from the past. So again, this is lucky coincidences here as well with that child and the stars card, but it's where you're actually getting that clarity to be able to go ahead and create and re-inspire yourself. And I do feel that that outcome is bringing about more of a stability on the home front here with the house and the cross, because there is definitely cards of new beginnings here, ships coming in, and certainly communication. There's education of some sort here that's coming through as well. But overall, I mean, the message is definitely being open to something that is going to be a new beginning for you. But again, I do feel it's something from the past that's coming forward. So in looking at the lady, this represents, I feel like you were a little deadlocked in, within yourself. There were some things that you were feeling closed off about or in conflict with, sort of stemming between that cross energy and that child energy. It just feels like you really had to go deep to be able to move something forward. And I do feel that you are doing that this month. Again, when I'm looking at the card of the storks, there's just a lot of energy around new beginnings all in general. So you're definitely starting back with something, again, I feel that's coming in from the past, like some kind of a childhood project or artistic talent, or again, theme of something that you enjoyed to do that you're starting to reintegrate and perhaps advance because you've got some new learning with it. So it looks like you're taking it a step further. But the storks, indicates that there is definitely changes within you. Some of you, this could indicate, I mean, in general, the card sort of speaks to journeying into something around a new job or making a move, something along that line. But it is also really a call for being flexible. And I feel like that's what is happening here. I feel like you're being called to be more flexible in your belief systems, as well as, how you're going forward and, taking responsibility and becoming more active instead of more cerebral in this period. So but it's definitely a time for you to change something within yourself. Is that energy all around. So we also have the card of the cross and the house. So I feel like belief systems are changing, not just within you, but in around, spiritually and around your home front. There might be some changes there as well. But either way, this could be you going deeper, looking at things spiritually, but it is also any sacrifices that might be required. You're doing it for the greater good, and it's definitely about continued learning and education. So it is a time for you to take initiative and kind of take control of your destiny and make some changes. But this is all about making those changes on the very basic front, of course, from belief systems and accepting kind of new ideas, and also because flexibility came through here with that stork's energy, and also habits and behaviors being sort of revamped. So I feel like whatever you were deadlocked in, whatever things were conflictual within you, all of that is starting to change. So we also have the energy here, again, as I said, with the house. So I feel like the house can represent you. It doesn't have to be your home front specifically, but either way, there could be some changes. And especially because it's around the cross, I feel like the changes are being made more internally versus something that is more, along that tangible front that's more physical. But I feel like you are taking some action this month regardless. So it does certainly speak to, things being changed around your stability, and again, around, your own body. It's also taking that time to be a little more caring and embracing, the things within yourself that need to heal. So there's also that sense of making future plans here as well with that ship card. But I do feel like you are building on some very strong foundations here regardless. So when we look at the ship's card, of course, that ship's coming in, but because there's notification here of some sort, I feel like it's more that there's more of an element of communication that seems to be very strong. This is more in the future position though. So whatever is coming through here is still being worked on, but I feel like either you're opening up more in your communications, or you're finding that there is going to be communication with something that's going to be coming through here for you, that is going to aid you in making some changes. But just listening to your inner voice is really where things go. And that travel card is also related around the ship's card, and there could be information or documents that are coming through this month, or just a little further out, as I say, or just toward the end of the month. But either way, there's some kind of documentation around travel that could also be a part of this read. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Just a really quick read. I'm a little short on time these days, but I do want to try to, start doing some short reads, at least to commit, to let you know I am still thinking of you and trying to, provide a little guidance. So anyway, I hope you have a great month, and I will try to get the next read out here for August very shortly. Have a great month.